Ladies and gentlemen, we are back like we never left right here on the only podcast you need to be listening to. It's the Cat's Corner Podcast. I am your co-host, Ray W. Don't mean to trouble you, Keziah. On this microphone, I spit nothing but truth and fire. Joined always by the three-time world karate champion, Ernest the Cat Miller, and Dave, the business bully, is back once again in the hot seat right here on the Cat's Corner podcast. But before we get going, guys, and we got a lot to talk about today, we do, but we got to talk about our sponsor, Recite. Talk to
To
us.
most, this looks done, broken, hopeless, a teardown. But wiping the slate clean, that costs more than money. It costs time, resources, and waste. Recite sees more. Beneath the wear, potential. Beneath the cracks, opportunity. We reinforce, we regrade, we reimagine. Because smart fixes save time, money, and the planet. What's old isn't broken, it just needs the right hands. Recite. Practical solutions, lasting value.
And
Well, I'm back here again with my favorite two guys. We're going to talk business today, Mr. Business Bully.
Yes, sir.
Big Ray, you going to sit up and show the guys you got shoulders, man.
I mean, you know, whatever. I mean, I'm going to lean back. I don't care what they think about me out there.
Bro, I do, though. I do. I don't want people to think you just an old beat up piece of, you know what? Listen,
Yes.
Ray, you work out. And people
Sometimes.
don't know you've been in the ring before. You was a wrestler before.
Just two times. Just two times. My back won't allow me to do it, so we're at an impasse.
I know that what Jody said.
Yeah, I can do that. I just can't wrestle. So what's on your agenda for today, Mr. Cat?
Man, listen, today is pro wrestling hot spots. It's so many, it's so many things. And I'm gonna give Dave an example because he looked like he reading fucking the Bible or something right here doing the show.
I was praying for your soul, Cat. I was praying for your soul.
Dave, a hot spot. What is a spot in wrestling?
Basically, a spot is a series of moves, man. Like when you're looking to create moments. If you look at any particular thing, what Randy Orton doing an RKO out of nowhere is a hot spot. Or Roman Reigns tagging a main event Jey Uso in a crowd that is favoring main event Jey Uso, hot spot. So a hot spot is a moment that does something to the crowd, whether it excites them, works them up, and gets them over right before we go home.
You know what? You just like one of those guys who you talk real fast and you say a lot of crap. But then if you get deep down inside of that crap, you find the real thing. Because you hit it right on the spot, but you threw so many words in it that you lost me, brother. But you got me back when you said it's a hot spot. It turned the crowd up, once you do it. How about you, Ray? What's a hot spot to you?
Well, a hot spot to me would be, like he's saying, I don't know if it's a series of moves, but it is definitely a move that gets people excited, whether you're coming off the top rope with an elbow or you're doing a hurricane rata or you're doing the whatever you want to call it, the triple axis elbow, knee drop, whatever you want to do. Those are high spots. And that's when, when you're back there talking about your match and I got a few moves I want to get in. We going over, I need to get my shit in. And you like, well,
now,
we ain't got but 8 minutes.
Come,
yeah,
well,
I gotta get my shit in.
Yeah, Big Ray, Dave, I can tell you guys haven't been in the ring a lot.
It's been 2.5 decades for me, Cat.
A spot is a few different techniques and different moves that set up for something. You can't just body slam somebody, call that a hot spot.
No.
You got to run the rope. You got to hit the rope. He ducked that. It's set up. He go for the leg drop. He get up. You roll over. Now you boot him, get up. Boom. Then you give him the body slam. That's the hot spot.
Yes, sir.
A couple of things. Now, you guys wasn't wrong, but guess what? You wasn't right. So anyway, let's go back to this storyline. So a hot spot to me is when I think back at something that kind of was a hot spot for me, What would I go see some good hot spots now? Would I go to AEW or WWE?
I would
Let me
say
ask,
AEW because it's a
Yeah.
spot fest there.
uh, 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 AEW is known to me. How about you, Dave? What do you think? Before I even get started, what do you think?
I gotta agree with Big Ray on this one. I mean, if you want a bunch of spots, if you want thrill after thrill after thrill, AEW is where you go.
Bro, you guys are smart because it is. I've been watching a lot of AEW wrestling lately. I watched a couple of matches. Whenever somebody's talk about bloody matches, good fighting, good, they talk about AEW.
Yep.
And see, with AEW, I think the reason they put on this bloody shit, they do some ridiculous stuff, man.
Blood and guts. I mean, they got pay-per-views called Blood and Guts.
Yeah, but they got these guys who will follow through with it. You know,
Yeah.
back in WCW day, we had a couple of guys that loved that kind of bloody stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but they didn't want to do it every night. I
Nope.
don't think they called their own spot. I think they went to somebody else, the coach or whoever put together their matches. I think
Yeah.
they was the one that said, "Listen, go up, come off the top rope." I tell you, incident for instance. Well, a guy decided he wanted to do this. Rest in peace. Sid Vicious.
Mm.
Sid Vicious going over the match. I was sitting right there with them. And they said, Sid, okay, once you get him here, you got to do something big. And we're like, Sid don't do anything big. He's the biggest guy in the world.
He
Right.
big already.
Right.
So they asked him to do, he came up with this idea where he was going to do something off the second rope.
A big
And
boot.
yeah, man. So that was his big spot. Man, he came off that rope and his leg looked like it just popped in half. I mean, it just
Looked like
bit
Tyreek
sideways.
last night.
Oh man, and just looking at that, man, that's why whenever they ask me to do some kind of high, crazy, bloody spot, like go through a table, I would say, let me do something else. Being that I was 30 years old when I got into the business, I was a little smarter than just these young guys who will run out there and do anything for a pop.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they pay you they pay you more money for doing these high spots. But
Nope.
AEW it's just man, it's just known for these different hot spots.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't get it, man. I mean, they known for high spot. To me, I asked around, what do you think about AEW wrestling? And they said wrestling like AEW is where you go to see the blood. You go see the gruesome matches. You go to see guys who can fight.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I never looked at that. So I said, well, what about WWE? What is WWE known for?
Storytelling.
That's
There
it.
you go. There you go. There you go. WWE is not just known for storytelling.
It's
They known for entertainment and long
Long
story.
term.
Yeah,
Long story.
long-term bookings. Yeah, they go get
Man,
years and years and years. They go back sometimes and interweave stuff.
yes, man. And I mean, those storylines go for a long time. And that's why I like to watch because you can pick up. You can pick up where they left off. Like if I'm gonna watch Raw this week, then I want to watch Raw next week. I want to see part of that storyline still going. Like right now, the big thing going for them is the bloodline.
Yeah.
Man, it seems like the bloodline been going on now for how long?
Shoot.
For 5 years at least.
Think about it.
Yeah.
A one storyline, 5 years, and then they don't just give you a good story. They give you the big bang.
Mm-hmm.
They give you a bigger than life presentation.
Mm-hmm.
When the wrestlers come out, they're bigger than life, but they're not doing what they used to do. Back in the day, they had these long storylines. I can think of a couple of like, I'm gonna give you my top 5, then y'all can give me y'all top 5.
Well,
top
before
5
we do that,
storyline.
before we do that, and while we were on Raw and talking about the bloodline, did you watch it last night? Did you see the Easter eggs? See, I like the Easter eggs. I like when they're in the back and they're about to interview somebody, and you see somebody in the distance looking at that interview, and you like, who is that? Who is that? And eventually they rear their head. But last night when it was going off the air, main event Jay and Roman were having a moment, and he said, fuck them. It's your time now. Blah, blah, blah. He goes, yeah, it's about Samoa. It's about the Samoa. It's about Samoa. So they're pumping this bloodline story. They're pumping life back into it. They had dropped the ball on it there a little bit. They've had two different factions going. You've got Solo with his group, the My Family Tree, and then you've got the bloodline with Roman and the Usos. But they're pumping life back into it. So I'm interested to see where they're actually going to go with it and what they're going to do with Jimmy and Jay.
Hey, they're smart. They got producers back there in the back right now working on that thing. They didn't slow it down. They just kind of gave you a little rest time just to kick it up again.
Yeah, they're pumping some blood into it right now.
But you know, I want to know one thing though from you guys, because you guys are smart, man. You guys would not be on this show if you wasn't smart. You guys are smart. I don't know if I call you guys smart marks.
I don't mind that term because I am a mark for the business. So
I don't know if I call yourself a smart fan. What do you like people to call you? They call you anything. What about you, David?
It's no bother me, man. I have marked out 1,000,001 times. I'm going to mark out 1,000,001 times more. I'm not ashamed. I love wrestling.
Have you ever marked out on these?
These
nuts. Okay, all right, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, not at all.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no.
But anyway, you guys are smart, man. But I really want to know, because the storyline where I go, I'm not gonna go to see a real good fight. I'm not gonna go to pro wrestling. I'm gonna go UFC or martial arts somewhere that I really like, and I'm educated in that fighting world, combat world. So for me to see a good fight, I'm not going to go watch AEW, see two guys predetermined sticking nails in each other's asses. I'm not going to do that. So what I want to look for is they have somewhat of storylines. So I like that. And I like to see some of these young guys just to hear about them, because I don't know about them. Sometimes they talk about these guys, man, being from Japan and a wrestler. What's the guy name? Supposed to be the best wrestler in the world.
Kenny Omega.
Yeah, Kenny Omega. They talk about him like he was a walking tall. You guys remember the old cowboy movie where the guy came to town? He came to town with he came to town. He was the baddest mug in around. Boy, everybody just watched him walk. He walked the street, people run from him.
Yeah,
that's who I don't like those guys. I like to hear. I like the story like Bonanza, where they tell the whole family sleeping together, all their brothers in there. I like the storyline, but every now and then I like to go see that motherfucker, that bad, you know what, with that gun. So I won't give you my thanks, Ray. I'm gonna give you my 5. You see, he had to get. Hey, that's a hot spot. He had to get it. You know what it is. That wasn't no tag.
He said you just using a lot of words to get to it.
You blew in.
You're killing me.
We got 30 minutes, brother. That's all. Okay. Okay. So my top 5 top stories of all time.
Start with number 5.
I'm gonna start with number 1.
Why would you do your first one first? That's crazy. Backwards.
Okay, my first one.
Save the best for last.
No. Okay, you're right. My number 5 gonna be Glacier, and I'm gonna tell you why. I see you open your eyes like you surprised, Dave.
I love Glacier, man.
And I'm gonna tell you looked at him like he wasn't supposed to be in the top 5.
Blood
but
runs cold.
But listen, if you was in WCW when they came up with the Glacier character, and you saw the draw up, the book report on what it was going to turn into, and how they were taking this guy all over Atlanta, taking video of him all on top of these different buildings with the lights out, man, it was beautiful. I was like, I can't wait to see this character. So that was a good storyline. Even They didn't push it, but to me, that was they invested a lot of time into them. So that's not my number 5. And my number 4 is the Montreal screw job.
Mm.
Because you couldn't tell if it was real or if it was fake.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Very
you
good.
can't tell. You can't tell. You couldn't tell, so I couldn't tell. And then, of course, my number 3 is something I was right there. NWO when they
Yep.
invaded WCW. Man, that was so fun because we never knew what was gonna happen because they didn't tell everybody. You know, you see these guys walking through the hall, the lights would get dark, people start throwing trash in there. And it was so funny when they actually took over the whole show and brought a referee in with a mask on. You didn't know who the referee was, but he was cheating for NWO. Man, listen, that was the best storyline I've seen, and I was a part of it, and I was still entertained by it.
Yep.
Now, that was my number 3. My number 4.
No, number 2.
Number 2.
All right. Thank you for keeping me straight. I'm just making sure y'all look a little sleepy, Dave.
No, I'm wide awake.
Okay, my number 2 is this right here. And it was entertaining too. Now, this is going to just give my age away, but my number 2 was Hogan versus Macho Man. You remember when those guys couldn't
When the
tell if
mega
they were
powers
going,
exploded.
yeah, they
that's,
could.
that's on my list.
Listen, they didn't know if they were going to wrestle together or fight each other. It was so much energy, man.
Mm-hmm.
These guys was like, I know they said pro wrestlers are not supposed to be good actors, but these guys had me. They had me because I didn't know they.
It was more Macho though that had you because Hogan is so the same every time. He says the same cadence, but Macho was all over the place. You didn't know whether he was going to attack Hogan.
But see, that's Hogan thing. Hogan is that stable. He's that stillness you need in the midst of a fucking windstorm.
Right.
You need somebody who gonna be there you can play off of. And everything around him looked perfect. And Macho Man, his attitude, his energy, he was all over the place. It bounced off Hogan good. Man, it was a good combination. I enjoyed watching that. And one of the spots I liked the most is when Macho Man was telling Hogan he was gonna be by his side, but he kept putting his finger in Hogan's face while he was talking to him. And Hogan kept trying to slap his feet. He said, I'm gonna be in this, I'm gonna be right there on your team. And he kept putting his finger in Hogan's face. And he said, I'm gonna be there for you, even when you're not there, I'm gonna be there for you to get you up. And Hogan kept slapping. Hogan said, keep your finger out of my face. You couldn't tell that those guys were like two kids in a yard trying to prepare to fight. And they don't know if they're gonna fight each other, fight somebody. So my number 1, and you guys tell me if this ain't y'all number 1. I understand though, because y'all young. Y'all probably were babies when this went on. You know, y'all some young boys. I was right there. And the best part about these stories, I heard the backstory. So this is the fun part. You got to see them sneaking around like they playing tricks on the boys. And you got to see, when you talk about laughter, when these guys did something, made us laugh in the locker room, that was something huge. We know the whole world was laughing at this. And I've never seen so many spots until I saw Austin and Vince McMahon go at it. Man, that had to be the best storyline, boy. That had to be the best storyline. I mean, it was so too entertaining. Guys that bounced off each other, worked well with each other. So that's my 5. I don't want to take up too much time because I want to see what you guys got.
Go ahead, Dave. Tell me your 5.
All right, Big Ray. I mean, again, I'm not Ernest the Cat Miller, but I've taken a bump or two in my day. So I'm going to start.
Was that cocaine? A bumper.
With these nostrils, there's no point. It's just going to go in one and right out the other.
Okay, all right.
They're going to be like, damn, Dave, he's up on the cocaine, bro.
Number 5. How you think I lost all this weight, Big Ray? Number 5. You have to acknowledge your tribal chief. The bloodline is absolutely phenomenal. And the only reason it's number 5 is because this is an all-time list. What has happened, and I think the bloodline to me is a family-run NWO without the drawbacks. Where the NWO got right is they came in and said everybody sucks but the NWO. What the NWO got wrong is when it started to become so oversaturated,
Diluted.
and they actually dumped, in my opinion, on the product because they kept saying how they were better than WCW, this, that, and the third. And so the NWO saved WCW, but it killed WCW. The bloodline in and of itself is building everyone up. Now, we can say what we want about the MFT because you could take that and just shove it someplace because I think it's trash personally. But what Roman does, and for him to come back last night and set Jay up on a path to actually be the next tribal chief by instilling in him that killer instinct that's naturally in his blood. Phenomenal booking, great storytelling, and as far as anybody else would ask, the bloodline is in the bottom of the 5th right now. We still got innings to go. Number 4. You should know what my number 4 is, Kat. Goldberg. Bill Goldberg. First of all, y'all can say whatever the hell you want. Anybody that has to have security, not for him, but for everybody else who might piss him off on the way to the ring. Goldberg in and of himself, man, 173 opponents. No losses. Spear, jackhammer, take care, comb your hair, because Goldberg ain't got time for it. Phenomenal storytelling and what he did outside of the ring to bring more people to the product as far as being there with the kids, being a superhero for those kids. He did more to elevate WCW to families at that particular time than what was happening with WWE. Number 3, Arn, Ole, Tully, and the Nature Boy. The Four Horsemen. The Four Horsemen. Just for the promos alone, if the Four Horsemen did not make you want, listen, I saw Ric Flair in a suit, and my love for Hogan left that day. I thought Hogan was the.
Did he turn you on?
No, you know what turned me on?
I
Oldest rider, longest line. Listen, the thing about Flair is Flair knew exactly what to do to get people in the seats. The only person I felt who was better on the stick at that particular time than Flair was Dusty himself. But what Flair brought to it was he lived the gimmick 24/7, and you believed it, and he elevated everybody. Anybody who got to put this up, even people we no longer talk about, got a phenomenal rub from being in that stable. That stable was there to build other talent up and also allow phenomenal talent who was going up against him to make it happen. Now, my number 2 spot is going to be controversial to some people. The entire storyline of Kane versus The Undertaker, the Brothers of Destruction. Because you heard whisperings, you heard little teases about it. And that's when the storytelling really comes together, especially with WWE. They use commentary better than anybody else in the business because is that him? That's gotta be Kane!
That's gotta be Kane!
I was like, oh crap. Like, he's got a brother as if this guy wasn't bad enough. Listen, I can remember how I felt that Thanksgiving when my blood ran cold because the $1 Million Man introduced The Undertaker from Death Valley. It's like, oh my God, but he's got a brother and they hate each other. And oh my God. And it just built and built and built. You can't get past it. Now, number 1, and I don't care what anybody says, this is phenomenal. People who are coming into the wrestling business who want to study how you play off of an opponent, how you build a story over time, how you juxtapose one style to another using the same gimmick in a different way. Flair versus the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, baby. Because let me tell you something. Look at that coat. That coat ain't nothing. Dusty Rhodes, Look, bro. The storytelling and the promos need to be studied. It was money. You wanted to see, is Dusty going to get it this time? Is Flair going to do some dirty tricking? Are there going to be brass knuckles? Is he going to cry in that figure 4? And for me as a little kid, I found out later on in life that Dusty Rhodes was in fact not black. Because, the Jerry curl, the long coats, the black women, the sunglasses, the hey daddy, listen, I just need you to understand that when the dream is talking to you, baby, you know, he's doing the absolute best that he's doing. They're phenomenal. So those are my top 5.
Okay, Ray, let's get to your top 5. Ray,
Wow.
you don't have a
Wow,
long time.
that's a lot to digest there on that
I
number
know,
5.
but see, with him, the only thing he did is use big names and didn't tell no storyline.
All right. So
He
here's,
just used big name. You can't
here's-
just use all big names and say those are my favorite storyline. You could put them in the story to be your favorite. Go ahead, Ray. Let's see if you can
my
do
number
better.
5,
Love you
Jake the
too,
Snake
Cat.
Roberts versus the Macho Man
Oh,
during the Miss Elizabeth when the snake jumped out the box and then the cobra bit him on the arm. I mean, that whole storyline when I was younger, really, I thought it was unbelievable. I was like, wow, I cannot believe they're letting this guy use a snake. And that feud was great to me. My number 4,
Now, tell the fans what you're doing. You giving out your number, your 5 what?
my 5 greatest storylines.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
think they're still with us. I don't. If they're just tuning in, this is the 5 greatest storylines. I think number 5 was Jake the Snake and the Macho Man Randy Savage with the snake. Number 4, the Montreal screw job. I have to borrow one from the cat. That to me was great because you don't know if it was a work or if it was a shoot. And we still to this day there's still some controversy about it surrounding it. It's just the documentaries that have been done about it is just unbelievable. What a great storyline, and it kicked off Brett leaving to go to WCW. All right, that was awesome. Number 3, the Four Horsemen versus Dusty Rhodes when they broke his leg in the cage when Dusty came to help Flair against the Russians, and they locked him in the cage in the Omni, and they put the figure 4 on him, and they put the devil in his boot, and that chase went on all summer. I mean, all summer around where I live in the Carolinas. We were going, if it was within 200 miles of my house, we were going, and we were watching. As a kid, I eat it up. I mean, I was like 15 years old, and it was crazy. It was crazy. That was my number 3. My number 2, Andre and Hogan, the build up to WrestleMania 3, when Andre turned on him in the snake pit, and he ripped the damn chain off of him, and the claw really got him, and his chest was really bleeding. As a kid, I soaked that up like, oh my God. He went off on him, right? He went off on him, and then it culminated with him slamming Andre, that big nasty giant, through the ring and keeping his title. All right, and that didn't stop there. It went on all the way up to Ted DiBiase purchasing the belt from the Giant on the Saturday night's main event. To me, for its time, even now could be booked, I think. All right. And the number 1 storyline, and I hate you, Cat, for even saying it because it's your number 1 too, is Austin and McMahon.
Yep.
That feud right there was unbelievable what it did for the business. It took WCW and pretty much put water on their fire that they had, because when that storyline took off, there was no turning back. WWE was gone. They were in another stratosphere, and Austin 316 became a household word. So that's my top 5 right there.
Okay, well, speaking of that, they're your top 5 what?
Best storylines.
See, you guys, all you guys
Hot
did was
spots.
use names. Y'all picked the biggest names, put them against each other, and nobody said nothing about the storyline. The storyline is what draw the fans.
Well, I mean, I'm telling you, Austin versus your boss man, that's something that just writes itself.
What was the story? Versus they did what?
It
Why
was the worker versus the boss man.
No. See, Big Ray,
It
I
was
was
the
right there.
authority trying to hold the wrestler down and trying to make him a corporate champion.
See, you guys are just like the fans. Y'all always want to take the big name guys and put them in place. But see, you guys not gonna get that anymore because they're not making it anymore. You won't see another Rock. You won't see another Austin. You won't see another McMahon. You won't see these guys because they were bigger than the business. They were bigger than the stories.
Yeah, they're not going to build nobody up.
They ain't gonna
like
do that
Cena.
now.
Cena will be. Cena's the last one of those guys. Maybe Roman. Maybe Roman's the last one.
No, Roman's not big. The bloodline's way bigger than Roman. That's why they can take him out. But anyway, let me show you guys something right here. I'm gonna give you my top 5. No, I'm not gonna give you my top 5. I'm gonna give you the top 5 PWI wrestlers. And maybe you can help me with some of these names. One is a Japanese wrestler, Hiroki Goto.
Never heard of him.
Have you ever heard of him?
No.
I bet you this other guy, KC, coming on. I bet you heard of him.
I bet you has, yeah.
How about Hangman Adam Page?
Adam Page.
Yep,
yeah,
absolutely.
we knew Hangman.
Okay,
Great
he's number 4. Gunther.
Solid.
I saw him against Goldberg. He's a good wrestler. I like him. I like his work.
He's old school. I like it.
Yep.
And John Moxley. What about him? Yeah. He's number 2. They got him number 2.
I don't know how, but he's a good wrestler, but it's predictable.
But then
it's the same thing.
But then number 1, Cody Rhodes.
The American Nightmare.
He's what to me, he's what right here. He is the picture of what today's athlete in the wrestling world is all about. He can talk, he got good looks. I mean, he's seen like he's a good guy. I know him. I've been with him a lot. He's a great guy outside of the business. So he is what they need now. But if let's just say my daughter brought Cody home, I'll invite him in and shake hands. He looked like the kind of son I would want my daughter to date. Real respectful, real nice. Now, in wrestling, we used to look for the kid coming home with my daughter that we gonna kick the hell out the house. Ain't no way he coming in my house. Ain't no way. I don't trust that dude. Now, he was the wrestling champion back then. I'm just putting that together.
Right.
You know, correlate the two, mix it up a little bit, show you how good and bad. But Cody Rhodes is a good guy, man. He's a good person. And for today to be number 1, and I'm not just saying he's my number 1, but he's the number 1 in that PWI magazine.
Pro Wrestling Illustrated's top 500 wrestlers for 2024, 2025. He is number 1. I don't know how you leave Roman Reigns off the top 5. I don't know how you leave Seth Rollins off the top 5 when they've been workhorses this whole time. And I don't know how you put John Moxley at number 2. I just don't. I mean, I don't know the Japanese wrestler you speak of. I don't know if you're mispronouncing his name or what.
Bro, why you trying to throw me under the bus? How you gonna tell me I'm
not looking at the list.
I just told you his name. Hiroki Goto.
I've never heard of him, and that's unusual for me.
Maybe if you put some hot salt and pepper on there, you'll know what it is, because that's how you eat your sandwiches.
How about your wasabi? Wasabi.
Yeah. So anyway, listen, I got one of my top wrestlers coming on too. I'm kind of excited. He's a young guy. He's new talent. He'd have been in he'd have worked at AEW, WWE. He working all over the place.
This is our spotlight on indies, right?
No, he's not an indie guy. He'd have worked all over. And he's gonna be one of the future. He's one of the future.
Is he currently signed anywhere?
You ask him.
You know what, Ray?
Yeah, Ray talked too damn much before we can even set it up.
Question. You keep saying he's not independent. I would say he's the epitome of independent wrestling.
Why don't you talk to him? Let him tell you who he is. Why you asking me?
Who he is? I know him.
Why you asking me?
Because he ain't on the screen.
Ladies, can we stop fighting and bring the guest on?
All right, bring him on.
UNITY.
What's up?
What's up, KC Rocker?
What's up, Big
Rocker? What up?
How you doing?
Good, man.
Listen, bro, I'm glad you can join us today. I'm trying to bring. Listen, I'm trying to draw into you guys, man. I want to see you guys. You're not an indie guy. You done worked all over. You done worked in WWE. You done worked in AEW, right? You'd have worked in all
Yeah, dude. NWA. I've done a lot of
NWA.
I've done a lot of NWA work. I'm currently working with NWA Texas with Rodney Mack and Jazz, and I just worked with Mark Henry literally I think 2 days ago, or was it yesterday? But
See,
yeah, 2 days ago. So 2 days ago, I got to work with all of them. I'm doing that once a month now. I'm about to start doing Dallas as well, Texas style wrestling. So that's going to be doing. I'm doing a lot of Texas work right now, to be honest.
Are you
But
living in Texas,
yeah.
Casey? Are you living in Texas?
No, right now I'm currently living in Orlando.
Orlando,
Because
okay.
yeah, that's where I'm based out of. And then I just do. I was doing a lot of Atlanta and Orlando, but things have been taking off over
kid,
there. So I just go where the business takes me.
kid, slow down.
Oh, sorry.
Take a deep breath.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a headlock takeover and just sit there for a
Yeah.
minute.
Look, that's how wrestling have to go. You guys
Yeah.
gonna do a lot of this. If you're up
Yes.
you'll burn yourself out.
It's my ADHD, man.
No. Let's learn that.
Yeah.
Let's sit back and be cool. We ain't gonna ask you nothing that you can't answer.
Absolutely.
I'm here to support you to make you look good. I'm gonna
Thank
put
you,
you
Big
over.
Cat.
I'm gonna put you over. You
Yeah.
know, and I asked for you to come over here because I'm looking at some of you young guys out there working the circuit, independent circuit. Then sometimes you show up on the big shows and you guys look just like the guys on there. Now let me ask
Thank
you
you.
this. Maybe you can help me out. What was number 5? You ever heard that Japanese wrestler before? Hiroki Goto? You ever heard of him?
I've never heard of this guy.
Oh my goodness.
I don't mean
He-
that any disrespect. If he's on there, he must have done something to earn it. But I'm ignorant.
They got him on PWI, man, for some reason. They got him
Yeah.
on PWI. So anyway, let me ask you something. Are you a heel or baby face? Or are you just in the middle?
I'm Casey Rocker.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
You can make your opinion about me, but I am who I am, and that's not going to change.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I will say a lot of people don't like me, but that's what happens when you win.
I can see why people don't like you. You're an arrogant little, you know what?
Yes.
I see it.
You're still mad about my promo against you in our match in Atlanta.
Oh yeah. I owe your ass for that. I'm gonna make you pay for that. Next time you get in the ring, keep your hands up. I'm gonna shoot on you.
That's a.
Now, Casey, you were part of our ring roast. Were you not?
Oh yeah. That was awesome.
All right, and can't act like we don't know each other. And you were also in Winston-Salem a couple years back, right?
That was for the WrestleCade. Yes,
Ray,
sir. That's where I met you.
Ray, just like because you know his name, if you've seen him, what about his career? See, I know his career. He worked at NWA. He'd worked with some big name guys. This guy right here is a good middle.
When we got to know each other, did you not tell me you were trained by was it the Nightmare Factory that trained you?
That's it.
Yeah, I was part of the inaugural class in 2020 when the school first opened. We all had to like put applications in. I was actually a last edition that somebody had canceled, and I was the next person under the list, and I was just fortunate enough to be a part of that first class. It was an amazing experience. I got to work with guys like Glacier, and then that's how through Glacier I got to meet Ernest, and everything all started from there. So it really feels like that was the place I was supposed to be in that moment.
Absolutely. So it's Ray Lloyd's fault.
I
got it.
Yeah, blame Ray.
Damn, that's horrible.
Ray, come on, man.
That is horrible.
Yeah.
There are other Rays in the world other than you, Ray. Like let Glacier live. Anyway, Casey, let's talk a little bit about why you fell in love with wrestling.
Oh, yeah, I fell in love with wrestling at a young age. I feel like it's a story you hear over and over again. I've been watching it my whole life. My grandparents were very into it when my mom was a child. They're from Detroit, so wrestling's pretty like popular over there. And then they used to come down to Florida to visit me when I was a child. We'd put on pay-per-views, and we'd all take our guesses who we think would win. And they bought me like an IC title belt that was like made out of foam and plastic. So whoever got the most guesses right got to keep the belt at the end of the night. But it was just like something that really just connected my family. Me and my brother love it. Whenever I watch it, there's still guys like Randy Orton was one of my grandma's favorites. So when I see Randy Orton, I think about my grandmother and watching wrestling with my grandmother. And it's just a beautiful thing that you can have that like carries on. And then I'm actually about to announcement time.
Did you say you watch who?
Randy Orton. Yeah, Randy Orton.
Well,
yeah.
You say he looked like who?
Oh no, you
Grandma?
remind. So my grandma. Don't you
Oh,
try
you
to
did.
get me.
Okay,
I'm
all
not gonna
right,
get
all right,
got.
all right. Go ahead, go ahead, go
No,
ahead.
but yeah, it was called. Now I'm fortunate enough that my fiance and I were actually about to have our first child,
What?
and
Wow.
yeah,
Hey,
Congratulations, man.
what?
thank you.
When you told me you was about to get married or fiance, what did I ask
Yeah.
you? I don't remember.
He
You
said,
said,
"Who's
"Oh,
the
yeah."
lucky fella?"
Yeah, that's what he said. He goes, "Ma'am."
It's evil.
Yeah, but
So evil.
yeah, I'm so excited though because it's like I get to like now as a wrestler, it's like I have much more much more of an appreciation for it, and I'm just genuinely excited to see how it connects, like how my child connects to it, and
Mm-hmm.
like how they're gonna feel about it. Because I feel like with where I am in the business now,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be more profound than even was when I was a kid. So
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
For
that's
sure.
awesome. That's
yeah,
absolutely awesome, brother.
yeah.
What I got to follow up for you. What was the most shocking thing from going from being a fan to actually getting into wrestling? What was the thing that shocked you the most from, actually getting in and doing it?
Yeah. Am I so? Am I allowed to curse?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so the thing that I think is that I didn't know a damn thing, bro. I really thought like I was watching Tough Enough, and I was watching like all the interviews, I was watching the podcast, and I was like, man, I know everything there is to know about wrestling. It's gonna be a cakewalk. I'm just gonna walk in and I'm gonna do everything that I'm supposed to do. But there's so many nuances to like wrestling that
Mm-hmm.
like I kind of enjoyed being a fan, and I almost like I envy the fans that they get to have so much like where they can just watch it and enjoy.
Yeah.
As a wrestler, you're no longer just watching and enjoying. Like you're sitting there going, "Well, they could have done that. They could have done this. They could have done all these different things." And it was like before, you can just sit back and watch and enjoy. But they're also, I enjoyed the fact that now once I figure out this is what makes this product good. This is what makes something stand out. This is what makes something special. That's fun for me as like like in an artist kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a part of like when I became a wrestler, it kind of it took away like the ability to be just a fan, and that's something that's like that's a nice part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Speaking of our artists,
yeah.
who can you compare yourself to? What artist? Prince,
Uh,
maybe?
where's that?
Prince?
Oh, Prince.
Yeah, I mean, who?
Do I think because I'm wearing Nirvana and KC, we'll say
Yeah,
Kurt
yeah,
Cobain.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but when I
So,
first got into the business, man, I felt very inspired by guys like Kurt Cobain, Johnny Ramone, Billy Joe Armstrong. I
yeah.
dyed my hair to look like Billy Joe Armstrong when I first got in the industry, and Cody Rhodes
Wow.
made fun of me. But it was fine. I was like, that's things you do to test the waters. And I think the beautiful part about being a wrestler, at such a young age, is that you like your whole job is to figure out who you are. So
Mhm.
it's like I got to really dive into like who I was as a person back then.
That's dope. That's
Yeah,
absolutely dope.
and
So
So,
to be honest, we're still
who was your
figuring it out now.
inspiration? Who was your inspiration? Who did you want to model your career after? And who do you emulate in the ring besides yourself? You know, everybody
Yeah,
wants to be the original KC Rocker. I get that, but who
absolutely.
who 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 do you kind of
Uh,
pattern yourself after?
it's 100% Shawn Michaels. Like
I
that.
was
That's
going to
the guy
say,
who made me. Yeah, he between him and CM Punk, those are the two guys that were like they made me want to be a wrestler. I looked at Shawn Michaels was never the biggest guy in the ring, but I'll be damned if you said he wasn't like one of the baddest.
Yeah.
one of the
So
best
like,
workers in the history of the business.
and he
Period.
had the gift of gab. It's like this guy could talk, this guy could walk, like he could do everything, and it was like that's like how could you not want to be the Heartbreak Kid? He's iconic. He's
For
in.
sure.
I listened to an Eminem song recently, and like he gets name dropped in there. So like guys like him, guys like Ric Flair, and honestly, Ric Flair was like as after I got into the business, I got a lot more inspiration from him because I figured out okay, that's the guy that inspired my inspiration. Why wouldn't you want to dive into that?
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah,
He inspired the guy that inspired you. So
exactly.
there was no Flair, there would be no Shawn Michaels.
Right.
That being said, now you were holding out in the green room back there waiting on us. Did you hear our top five? Did you
I
hear
heard a
any of that?
couple of them. Yeah.
let me switch it up a little bit, Ray Fawn. Let me switch
All
it
right.
up
I
a
was
little
going to
bit.
ask him who his top five
No,
storylines were.
no, no. He can't tell you no storyline because he too young. The boy ain't but 19. He don't
Yeah.
know in the damn storyline.
He's older than
Let,
My
19.
Jeez.
my storylines are probably like in the 2012s,
yeah.
2008s.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah,
What
DX and Spirit Squad. That's a storyline right there.
Oh
what the
yeah.
hell? What the
Come on,
hell?
man.
See, that's what that, hey, these young guys going crazy, man. They're going crazy. But listen here, Casey.
Mm.
What one person,
Mm.
what one wrestler today that you would love to be in a storyline with?
Mm.
And
Uh,
if you can choose
mm.
the storyline, what would it be with this guy?
Um, that's the what the storyline would be is probably the harder question. But I think like just automatically the guy that I want to wrestle that like at some point in my career would have to be Dominic Mysterio.
Mm.
I just absolutely think that I could just with the way he is and he has that heat, I could actually come in. I think people would actually like me for once,
Right.
right? But no, I just think that I think if by the time if I can get there, wherever he is, I think that would just be. And I don't think the storyline matters. I think that the story would write it. I think the story would kind of write itself, and I think like
AEW, the storyline doesn't matter. This the young
right.
generation. The young generation think the storyline doesn't
It
matter.
comes
It's
from
just the
it
name
comes
of the
from the
wrestler.
audience, to be
That's your
honest.
people, Dave,
Yeah.
talking. That's your
Yeah,
people.
because like right now I'm wrestling a young guy, and I'm going to name drop him because I think he's doing great work. He's a 17-year-old kid. And he's been training since he was 15. His name's Destin Joanno.
How old are you?
I just turned 25.
How you gonna call somebody 17, 18-year-old a kid and you just 25?
I
Well,
got children older than
legally he's
Casey
underage,
Rocker.
so that's a kid by the legal definition.
Yeah, no, don't. I'm not waiting for you to put somebody over. I want you to pick somebody else. You got Dominic. That's good. You told me why.
Yeah.
Pick somebody else in the business right now that you will love. Listen,
Oh,
there's nothing wrong with dreaming. Dream
yeah, I
big.
got you. I got you. No, honestly, the dream match for ever since I was a kid was I want to wrestle CM Punk. Like that
There
is
you
the
go.
guy. That is the guy. I want to have a match where it's like my whole thing is I'm the sensation of a new generation, and he thinks he's the best in the world, and
Yeah,
how can I be the sensation of a new generation if I can't beat the best? Like it,
yeah.
I will in my mind, it's never gonna work unless I beat the person who says that they're the best, and that's a life goal. I've wanted to be Casey Rocker since I was 13. I wanted to wrestle CM Punk since I was 13, and in my heart of hearts, I do believe it will happen.
How did the name? How did the name come about? KC Rocker.
Well, my real name's Kirk. And for the C part, I just honestly, my last name is Dukas. So with the name like D, I was like, if I do KD, it just sounds like Katie, like a girl's name. So I was like
KD
KC at
Rocker.
least. Yeah, right. So I was like KC just sounded better. And it was just the letter behind it.
So those people who might just be tuning in or coming in,
Mhm.
Casey Rock is a great wrestler, independent
I
wrestler
appreciate that. Thank you.
who been on some of the bigger shows and worked with some big name guys. Tell us some of the guys you've worked with,
Well, just
name
recently,
guys you work
yeah,
with.
just recently, I got to from this past weekend. Like I said, Rodney Mack,
Yeah.
Jazz, Mark Henry. I was called in the past with NWA. I was working with Aaron Stevens, Elijah Burke, who's Pope, Kratos, uh, Odinson, Jamie Stanley back then.
Well, let's
And then,
just say,
training wise, Ernest the Cat Miller right here. I
oh
got
yeah, yeah,
Cody Rhodes,
yeah.
QT Marshall, Glacier. I've gotten to run the ropes with Darby Allen, who would just stop by into the Nightmare Factory. Hook. I was wrestling Hook before Hook was on AEW because he was training at the Nightmare Factory. So Anthony Agogo. Like you could just put that list down. I was in the right place at the right time. I'm just gonna say that as a young kid, I was in the ring with guys who probably I had no place being in the ring with, but I got to absorb their knowledge. I got to be around some really talented guys. Jade Cargill was coming up in the Nightmare Factory when I was there. She was practicing finishing moves on me. So it's like I've been able to rub elbows with some great people, and I don't like to like just flex that. It's like I'm just blessed in that situation.
How did it
Yeah.
feel when she wrapped her legs around your head the first time?
I knew you
Uh,
were going to go there,
I
Ray.
God, man,
dude,
unbelievable.
CTE, I couldn't remember.
Ray. There
Smart
you
man.
go, Rocker.
Smart
You
man.
smart. Ray, don't try to get
It's
the
the only thing I
young
got.
guy mind. Don't try to
What?
get the young guy in trouble, man. Don't do that now.
You won't get this
Listen,
man heat before he even gets
I'll
his deal.
volunteer my face for the Hurricane Rana anytime.
See,
Anytime.
that's what I'm talking about, Ray.
The views and expressions of Ray are not necessarily those of Ernest the
Ray,
Cat Miller,
Ray,
Casey Rocker, or Dave the
yeah,
Business
I'm
Bully.
just
yeah.
saying.
We don't,
I'm
we
here.
Maybe it's
don't
another
have,
show.
we don't have anything to do with what Ray just said.
He's
What
on
are
his
you
Ray,
talking
own.
don't,
He
about?
going into business
don't,
for himself,
Ray,
bro.
I'm going
don't
into
get us,
business for myself.
Ray, don't get us
He's
kicked off.
shooting. He's shooting. Anyway.
Don't get us, Ray. Don't get us kicked off, Ray. Come on,
All
man.
right. Go
We
ahead.
just starting out. We just started. But Casey Rocker, man, listen, I'm glad you came to join us, man. But if people wanted to see you, what will you be in the next, let's say, next couple of weeks?
Absolutely. I'm doing the House of Champions, what's called showcases, where I'm wrestling the kid I was talking about, Destiny Joannou. As well as I'm going to be at Dog Pound Championship Wrestling and Texas Style Wrestling, both under the next NWA Texas brackets.
All right.
Oh,
Bro,
Yeah.
listen,
Does
you
So,
Mr.
doing,
Funk? Does Mr. Funk show up? Dory Funk Jr.
no,
with the
I've actually
NWA
not seen
in
him yet.
Texas.
No, I've
listen,
not seen him there.
bro, you doing a great job, and
I
I love
appreciate that.
watching you. You know, and I'm gonna keep having you young guys on just maybe hopefully somebody to see you guys and
He's a good
scoop you
follow on
guys up.
Instagram too. If you're out there, people,
Yeah, give
Yeah.
give
follow
them a.
Casey
Thank you.
Rocker
KC
Instagram.
underscore KC underscore ROXXER.
And you know
There
what?
you go.
I'm proud of you too.
I
I'm really
appreciate that,
proud.
Ernest.
I'm really proud, man. The way you stepping up to the plate. You got a baby on the way. You got a fiance. You out doing this on your own. You know, when I
Mm.
first met you, you was with your mama.
Yeah.
You and your mother was together. You was her baby. You know, now you're a
Yeah.
grown man and you taking
Thank
that
you.
step up, man, and you doing what you want to do. And like you want,
Yeah.
you told you
Yeah.
want to wrestle.
Mhm.
So I mean, keep it up, man. Just keep working hard
And-
and stay strong and handle each situation the best you can. Because listen, they don't get easier, but they don't get harder either.
Yes,
I've
sir.
been in that business. I've been in that business before. And you'll never know when the time is right for you. So just be ready.
Thank you. And I just want to return, Ernest, like when I was 21 when I met you. And honestly, I was the bottom, in all complete honesty, I was the bottom of the pack in the Nightmare Factory. And with everything that I learned from you personally, because when you picked me up and put me under your wing, it completely changed the directory of my career and the way I thought about this business. So if anything, wherever Casey Rocker goes, it doesn't happen without Ernest the Cat Miller. And I want to give you that respect.
Heck
All
yeah.
right,
And his
brother.
finishing
Yeah.
move was the baby oil bandit.
You're so
Okay.
crazy.
Okay. Hey, listen. Hey, KC.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, man. Thanks
Absolutely.
for coming. We really appreciate David. You got anything, Dave, you want
Yeah,
to say to him?
a couple things I want to say to you. Number one, man, I am super proud of you. Number two, you make
Thank
me
you.
feel old because I have a daughter older than you. And number three, bro, I love your attitude. I love your inspiration, and I love somebody who realizes that there's nothing wrong with being a heel, and he wants to be a bigger one. I love it. Keep going. Keep
Thank
kicking
you.
ass and taking names, man. I'm super proud of you.
Thank you, sir.
Keep
All right,
grinding, Casey. Keep
Casey,
grinding.
we ain't gonna hold you, man. But thank you for coming on, man.
Thank you
You
for having
know,
me.
if you got anything coming up that you want to kind of talk about over here, hit me up. Hit me up and come right on.
Thank you, sir.
All right, brother. Talk
Have a
to you
good night,
later.
KC.
All right.
Have a good night.
All right, brother.
Hey, Ray, let me tell you something, Ray. Sometimes you had to shut it down. See, that's somebody kid that you playing with and joking with, and you got two kids at home. Wouldn't
I
you
don't have
want
two
people
kids at
to
home. I got two kids in college, though, but I know what you mean.
do wouldn't you want your kids the people to be serious with your kid, not joke with them?
Uh,
At
okay, Dad. Okay, Dad.
a serious moment. I'm just saying that was a serious moment for
There's
that
no
kid.
serious moment. We were talking about crazy stuff.
No. He got didn't he get serious there? Maybe I'm wrong, Dave.
I thought he was serious, but
Real
my
serious.
main thing and what the problem is, you have to understand that when you are the type of man that Ray is, okay, and you see something like Jade Cargill, and you know, it doesn't matter how much money you have, it doesn't matter how funny you are, it doesn't matter what you can bring to the table, you're never going to get anywhere near a Hurricane Rana from that specimen.
You
So
don't
he's
know,
got to.
Dave. I've put myself
I know.
in many a situation that
I
a
know,
man
Ray.
said could not happen.
That boy
Bro.
said, hey, that boy Ray said, you don't know shit.
He said,
Dave."
I don't know nothing.
I put my wallet where my mouth is
Oh, that boy.
anytime.
I
That boy
understand.
crazy,
I
boy.
just know that woman's
Hey
husband.
man, hey,
Oh,
calm
well,
down.
that
Yeah,
changes things.
yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
realize she
calm
was
down.
married.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
No, I did not know Jay.
Wait,
Jay
you
was
need
married.
right now. You need to apologize.
All
Apologize
respect.
to Jay.
All respect.
No,
to
ain't no
Jade
all
Cargill.
respect. And her husband. You need to
And the husband.
Okay,
That
and her
lucky,
what? You
that
ain't
lucky
said,
son of a gun.
no,
That
no,
lucky
Ray.
man.
Ray, let's not disrespect the talent, Ray. You got to
I'm not
represent the
disrespecting
Cats.
the talent. I'm giving that talent a lot
You
of
got
credit.
to represent the Cats corner. You got to apologize, heartfelt.
I have
apology.
apologized. Listen, I'm concerned about her. She got busted open the hard way by Nia Jax on them steel steps, and that looked bad. Did you see her face?
Yeah.
Dude, she had a gash
Ray,
on her
that
face.
ain't gonna get us away from you saying I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry. I would take a hurricanrana from her. I would do it tomorrow. Why have I got to be sorry about that?
Big Ray,
I would also take the
you'll
prettiest
take
moonsault ever from Tiffany Stratton.
and you
This
also
is not-
take the hurricane runner from her husband too.
Yeah.
I don't know
Listen.
if he's able to do it. Is he a wrestler?
No, he's the professional baseball player, one of the best professional baseball players in the history of the game.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Listen,
no.
Dave, who is it?
She
Brandon
even
Phillips.
got a listen.
Who?
Brandon Phillips.
She
I don't
even
know
got a she got a beautiful daughter. I know her.
Yeah.
Beautiful daughter.
Where did he play
family.
baseball?
He's retired now.
See, look, these guys, fans, they
Good for
see
them.
these beautiful, beautiful wrestlers, and they just look at us like we just pieces of meat. It just
Why you got to do it
When's
like
the last
that? I
time
was
somebody
simply
looked at
saying
you as a
I
piece
would
of
take
meat?
a finishing move.
everybody, baby, everybody look at the cat, want a piece of this meat.
Oh my God.
But Big Ray, you can't just look at these wrestlers like that, man. They can, they suing people now.
For what?
They going cop.
They ain't suing me for shit. All I said was I was
hey,
gonna take a hurricane run.
hey,
She may not even know how to do one.
Hey, from fans like you that get too close, you get in their space. They not like the Medusa and those guys. They just beat your ass. These women, Medusa, 6 feet tall, had a right hand like Joe Frazier. So a fan get near her, she gonna knock you out. But these girls today, they doing all kinds of stuff to protect themselves. Cause
They
the
need
fans
to.
out there crazy. The fans out there crazy.
Everybody's crazy.
So suppose one day, and it is not far back because I trained with her a few times. If I have on the show, how do you think she might hear that?
She
And
might
she gonna
say,
look at
cut
you
the
totally
shit,
different.
Ray. She might
She
say,
gonna
cut
look-
the shit, Ray.
Ray, listen.
Ray. This is why you don't have your Jack Daniels before the show, Ray.
We can't even. Hey,
I don't even
listen.
drink. I wish I did.
Dave, we can't handle our boy, man.
No,
That
he's
dude
alive.
just too much right
He's
there.
a wild
But
boy, man.
Look how he looking. He ain't wild. Look how he looking at the camera.
He means it.
Listen,
Yeah, you
Y'all
ain't
means
lying.
that.
what y'all doing is making a big deal out of something.
That
Y'all
boy-
trying to go viral.
That
Us?
boy, you the one said it.
We are not sexually harassing Jade
I
Cargill.
didn't say nothing sexual. I said I would take a
Ray,
hurricane from her anytime. What is
Ray,
wrong with that?
You
Ray,
said, how can you do you what was it like having her legs around your face? That's
Well, I
what you
said,
said.
around
And
your head.
then you
Around
said you
your
wanted to
head for
hurricane
the first
run.
time. How did you feel?
How
I know how I felt.
How can you present that on this platform,
Sir.
and to be the person that you are? You a person in control.
The kid said
We
he
gonna
trained
have-
with her. I was asking a legitimate
We gonna have female wrestlers on here, and they gonna see this,
We've
and they're gonna
had
be
female
afraid of
wrestlers
you.
on here, and I have been
And
nothing
you
but
was
respectful.
no, you weren't. You was sleazy as ever.
Man, you crazy.
This is horrible. This is horrible. The views and expressions of Big Ray are not necessarily those of Ernest the Cat Miller, the Cat's Corner podcast, Dave the Business Bully, our producer Cody. We advise you to watch with viewer discretion at all times. Thank you.
Viewer
very much.
discretion is advised, but will be completely ignored.
Ray,
Well,
Y'all
it's
are
been a
crazy.
great show.
Ray, I wish I had. You know what? I wish I had the way of taking this and sticking it through the camera right into your nose.
Did you see the way she got busted open? Did you see the pictures of her?
I did.
That just
It
part
looked
of
bad,
wrestling.
didn't it?
That was part of wrestling. I told my ACL I got busted. So that's part of wrestling.
That
But
ain't
anyway,
part of it. She got
speaking of, hey,
Naya's
speaking of,
dangerous, dog. Naya's
That was
dangerous.
not Naya's
it wasn't
fault.
her. See, you
That was
talking
not
like
her
a
fault.
fan. Okay,
What, Naya's fault?
Hey. Let's stay on target right now.
That's right.
Right now, talking about injuries. I'm glad y'all got there's a good segue into this. I got to see my boy Kurt Angle. And to know and remember him as the Superman he was back in the day
For sure.
when he was wrestling WWF and those Monday night wars and stuff, man, this dude was in great shape. He walked with confidence. Man, now he's kind of like just drag along a little bit. His body is just like it just
We talking about the same Kurt
torn
Angle?
down. Yeah, it just torn down, man. His body just didn't hold up, you know. And
Well, his
he
neck
said
didn't hold up.
bro, he said he need two knee replacement. He
Mm.
got so much pain. He said, listen, he said that's why he retired. He said he retired because he was still trying to wrestle. He felt good, but he said he saw himself on video and he looked like an old man.
Mm.
And he realized, like, my body just can't do it anymore. So why even go out like this? I want people to remember me for the way I was.
Yeah.
When
And
did
you know
run
what?
into him?
I just talked to him. I ain't got to run him, but I see him at all these events all the time. He been like that a long time, Ray.
Well, I know he's helping your boy Eric Bischoff with this
Yeah.
American freestyle stuff.
Yeah, but no, he been like that. His body been, he kind of walk, kind of funny, slide his feet and stuff like. But he's a hell of an athlete, and he been through a lot of wars. He been in that ring taking bumps and everything, man. But it kind of being an athlete and an older athlete, you kind of take that to heart when you hear one of your fellow athletes say, I still wanted to do it, but I care more about what I was looking like, an old man, and not the athlete that I was.
Right.
Enough
They don't
that
wanna
I'm
ruin
gonna
their
retire.
legacy.
I'm gonna retire.
Yeah.
And he probably didn't know he looked like that. It was a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy right here spent so many years in the ring, man. And he made money. He made good money, man. But listen, where his body is at now, and to know you need two new knees, you need both knees repaired. Wow. What the hell TKO gonna do about something like this? Because I know everybody else they got unions. I know everybody get paid. Listen, NFL guys having surgery 20 years after NFL because it was something that started when they were football. Don't matter what team, they got the NFL Player Association.
Mm-hmm.
They got union. Wrestler, I don't care if it was in WCW or WWE, we still help build the wrestling business.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for TKO to be such a big business now, they got to understand that we need to be doing something. If these guys aren't smart enough, we need to put something in place to what these guys are taken care of long after the career is over, because that's when the pain, that's when the hurt, that's when the damage set in.
Yeah.
We're making billions of dollars now for these guys.
It's a fact.
We making millions and millions of dollars off of one WrestleMania show. We charge you $8,000. We might dry up everything, but we charge you $8,000 for a floor seat.
Mm-hmm.
So we might dry it up, so we might well get as much as we can. Hey, but let's give these guys something past the time that they spend in this business. That TKO and the big businesses are taking all the money. They
So
ain't
you
giving
think
us nothing.
you think there should be just a wrestlers union, don't matter what company you're working for.
No matter what
just,
company.
Just have a union.
If you've been in the top, listen here. If you was in WCW, you were probably in ECW and the rest of them. And if you was in WCW, you were probably, if you was in WWE, that means you worked all the rest of the stuff too. So damage happened. That's wrestling business.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're in this business, it should take care of you. And when I say, ain't got to go make sure you living this way, living that way, but medical things don't go wrong until it's over.
Right.
Once it's over, then when you realize, like, hey man, what's this little bruise I got on my knee? Why am this right leg a little weaker than the left leg? Your spine is all jacked up. Your back is jacked up. Your neck is jacked up.
Yeah. So
and now you're not. But wait a minute, Ray. Let me go. Let me finish. Now Now here you go. You got all this stuff right here. They making all this money. It's good to hear, oh, this is a $2 billion company now. It's a $2 billion company now. It's good to hear that. But where is that $2 billion going to? Who pockets? Okay, we paying these guys a couple of millions of dollars right now, a couple of $1 million right now. We paying these guys good right now, but these guys are not the reason you're making $1 billion off this business. This for guys go all the way back to Hogan and before him that helped get this business up to where we are.
Yeah.
Are you asking for health care or are you asking for a union?
Bro, I'm not asking for anything. I'm telling you what people deserve.
Well,
I'm not. You
did
don't
they
ask
deserve
for
the
it.
union or did they deserve the health care? That's what I'm asking.
Listen, they deserve everything. You got $1 billion company, and you tell me you're gonna ask what you need, one or the other? Okay,
Well, no,
you got
I'm
two,
saying,
bro.
well, I mean, you
Not
get a
you,
union.
Ray. I'm not talking to you. You saying I'm saying this is not for you. This is for those who are out there listening who should understand that these guys are putting their body on the line, man. They having surgery on their necks and they can't wrestle no more, and they still working in the back doing something to help the business move along. And that's what I'm saying. These people deserve to have insurance for life.
Retirement.
Insurance for life.
coverage.
Insurance for life. They need to have that, man, because guess what? Sting been in the business a long time.
40 years, 30,
Now-
40 years.
And he got so many different problems too. He got problem too. Knee problem, but he's still somewhere in the business. But guess who's coming in the business next?
His son, Steven.
Yeah. So Steven should understand, hey, if my dad got these problems, I'm going to have these problems too if I stay in the business as long as he stays. You guys should be setting up something right now. It's not, before it was a little different. If you went after WWE, you went after your friend. Vince McMahon were friends to everybody. It's like you don't want to sue your friend company.
Yeah.
But now this is a big business, right?
Yeah.
Big business man. Explain to me if you know anything about TKO or the holding company.
Yeah,
What do you know about them?
TKO in and of itself, you know, you got Endeavor, you got, UFC, you got WWE. Like, all of this is set up so that they can make plenty of money. And a lot of people, depending on who you talk to and depending on what you believe, will say that they're using the WWE in order to dig themselves out of a hole. That's why the prices are so high for tickets and things of that nature, allegedly. But yeah, this is corporate. If you look at what Vince was doing versus what's happening now, when it comes to the prices, when it comes to the stories, when it comes to just there was no such thing as ring ads. There was no branding on anybody's turnbuckles. Like, the tables were tables. They didn't have a Slim Jim logo on them.
Let me tell you this, Mr. Dad. I hate to cut you off, but I'll forget.
It's your show.
Vince McMahon, this is our show. Vince McMahon, get what Vince McMahon would do.
What's that?
If you got hurt, even if you got hurt from any other thing and you ever worked with Vince McMahon, you call Vince up and tell Vince, hey, Vince, I don't have any insurance. Can you help me? Yeah. Go through our insurance. We'll pay for you to do that. That's Vince McMahon making a choice because he know you.
Yeah.
You're friends. But Vince McMahon is not there no more. This is a big business, big enough to say we need to unionize this business and put it together because people getting hurt. You can't walk around with your grandbaby. You got $8 million in the motherfucking bank, but yet and still you can't walk around with your grandbaby. Why? Because my knees hurt. You can't chase your son. You can't play with your dog. You can't walk to the mailbox. You walking with bro. You've been to those meet and greet. Look how these guys looking, man. Look how some of these guys looking. Ric Flair look good, but then you see him walk in and you're like, wait a minute, what the heck is that? What happened? What happened? It happened a long time ago. The same thing that we love Rick for, the same thing that's probably killing him.
Yeah.
The same thing that we put so much into it is the same thing that killing. How we love that's just like loving a lady so much that she don't love you back. And you give her everything. And then when she get everything, guess what? She don't give you nothing. She dump you and go to somebody else.
Go to
Listen,
your best friend, leave you high and dry.
I ain't gonna go that deep now, Big Ray. That's real
Come
deep
on,
right
man.
there. Ooh, I didn't even know they
Come on.
come like that. But this
You
business
have
is
not.
what, man? TKO, they got to understand. They got to help these guys out, man. These young guys got to understand there's life after wrestling.
Yes.
There's life after wrestling. And
What
that
is the
life after
average?
wrestling,
What is the
I don't
average
know in the average, bro.
career length of a pro wrestler?
Bro, I don't know that. I don't know that. I've just seen it. I lived it. I work with guys that was okay, that was super athletic, good
Would you
body,
say your
move good.
career lasted a decade, like 10 years?
You never get out of it. That's what I'm telling you. You never get out of wrestling. Once you get in, you're a wrestler.
It's
You
like the
don't have to
mafia.
wrestle. You don't have to wrestle. You can talk. You can take pictures. You can meet and greet. You can people listen to you. You don't have to do anything but wrestle. Once you get in, you part of the business. That's why I'm saying, if that is so, why can't you be part of the medical field, insurance?
Yeah.
Why can't you get a little check? They send 1,000 little checks out for little stuff that you've been on different pay-per-view. $5, $4, $3 here. They send no checks out on you open them sometime. Because I know it ain't but like $3 or $4. I ain't gonna waste my time going to the bank. But now, and the reason I said because I'm union with SAG, I'm union with TV. You know this, Ray.
Yeah.
Stuff I did a long time ago, like the wrestler movie. You get some nice checks from there. You didn't have to answer for nothing. You still get nice check wherever that movie show, wherever it play, wherever it sell. They see your money. So what I'm saying is, man, these guys right here should be thinking about. They should be thinking about
Unionized.
life after. I ain't gonna even say that word. I'll let you say it. Thank you, Dave. But
No
they should be thinking about after this business, man. What they gonna do after this business? You know, because some of these guys, you know, you get it. I don't know if it's true, but I saw them talking about one of the top guys who've been there for a while. He ain't got to worry about no money. He don't have to worry about no money. I seen one guy say he got $100 million. I see another guy say he got $30 million. I see all these millionaires. But guess what? Once you look at their body, you know they're going through pain. And when you in pain, you ain't thinking about how much money you got in the bank.
Yeah.
That's
So
true.
that's all I'm
That's true.
saying. That's all I'm saying. I got off on that. It's not that I want to start anything, but I just want these young guys to look around and see what these old guys are going through right now. If they can push something for these older guys to help these guys out, they need to do it right now because they're the generation that do it. You know, I think we had the opportunity one time when they tried to push something and it kind of went awry, you know, because you were getting paid $10,000 for this and $10,000 for that. Now you get your money and you get on. You can leave if you want to. You gotta see how they leave it.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta see how you can be on top. CM Punk. You can be on top and you can still leave.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can leave
sure.
because you got money. You can make money now. Your words mean something else. So anyway, that's all I'm just talking about. I do think these guys need medical and some help after they leave wrestling. Young guys need to go after that right now.
I think you have to be vested like in any company. Like you have to be there 5 years or something. Be vested into the company, not
Ray,
just your first year.
Ray,
You know what I'm saying? Just because you get signed on, what if you suck?
Ray, you sound like the establishment now.
He's the man.
Yeah, you don't sound like you want to give people something.
I'm saying if you work for my company and you put 5 years into my company, I'm gonna call you vested, and I'm gonna get behind you then, and I'm gonna start contributing to your 401k. I'm gonna start paying most of your medical. You're gonna have to pay for some of it. It's going, you can't pay for 100% of it, but I'm gonna help you. In my company,
you
now,
sound
my
like
company,
you
now
sound
my
like
company,
the,
the
you
one
sound.
I
Hold
own,
on, wait a
we
minute.
pay 100%, and we match your 401k up to 4%.
This ain't about you, Ray. This
I
not
know, but
about
I'm
you,
saying
Ray.
if I owned a wrestling company, I would want my talent taken care of long term. I'm agreeing with you. I don't know why you coming after me.
No, because it's not about you, Ray. But when you say you got to put in 1 year, you got to put in 2 years, but when you say that, Ray, guess what? Everybody don't even make it to WCW, and they made more a WWE or the big promotion, but they working their butts off in these little bit of dive places just to get there. Then when they get there, they may stay a year. They may stay a year, but that's the top.
Well, then you
That's
said
the
you
top.
said the word SAG, the Screen Actors Guild. They need a
That's the top.
wrestling guild.
That's the top. That's the top of it. Once you make it to one of AEW or WWE, that's the top. That means you somebody. You've done the work. Now let's enjoy what you got right now. Let's enjoy being on TV. Let's enjoy being a star. That's just like the NFL. It's just like the NFL. You play minor league football for 5 years, then you make it to Washington Redskins 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, they going to take care of you still because they know what it take to play with Washington Redskins. They know what it take to play in the NFL at that level.
I don't know. I don't know if you can be in the NFL 1 year and get retirement and all that stuff. I think you have to play the league a certain amount of time. I think baseball, it's either 3 or 5 years you've got to be in the league.
Big Ray, I got somebody who I played with. I played in the league before. I got somebody in the NFL.
Well, I got somebody
in the NFL. I got somebody in the NFL who said this right here for them, the ones they want to help. Hey, we gonna cut you, but you need another year or two to get the buy-in to the union. Here, we gonna sign you for 2 years. So you sign for 2 years. You're not even on the team. They make things work, Greg.
Yeah.
They make things work, Greg. Come on, I can't believe you don't understand that.
Keep you on the practice squad or something.
And you don't have to practice, but they'll make it work. If you'd have played 1 year in the NFL and you call and tell them, hey, I got hurt when I was in the NFL, I need to have it. What do you think they're gonna do? Deny you?
Take care.
No, they're gonna find a way. Yeah, they're gonna find a way to to make it work.
But you talking enough. I don't think it's for everybody though.
Bro, what you mean? If you were good enough, if you made it to the NFL, you were good enough. You were better than good.
Not everybody that makes it to the NFL stays in the NFL. That's all I'm saying.
Nobody stays in the NFL. It don't last long. They can get out. Herschel Walker's not
for long.
Herschel Walker's not playing in the league anymore, but he still was known as an NFL player.
Yeah, listen, but he played about 1 year.
You talk about Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan, what? He died a wrestler. That's what you do when you get into wrestling. That was different. You don't get out. People still want to see you.
You make it sound like a gang.
This whole thing started with you talking about a union and health insurance.
That is the union. I ain't said nothing about a union. I just said how they could help each other going through. You the one brought up the union stuff. I said they need to have in place stuff that can help these guys after wrestling. I'm not here to fuss with you, Ray.
I didn't bring up the union. I just agreed with you. I agree with you.
You're not the NFL.
Saying, where do you draw the line? Where is the parameters? Not everybody that buys a fucking pair of boots and a damn set of tights ought to get their damn insurance paid for. I'm just saying. If you go and you bust your ass for a company.
So who is the person should make that choice? Should that be you making that choice?
Whoever's paying the bills?
Or should that be you who said, hey, I'm going to pay for his insurance. I'm not going to pay for his. I'm going to pay for his. I'm not going to pay for his.
There should be some parameters around it. You need to have worked for this company.
So who gonna draw? Who gonna draw those parameters?
The man that's writing the checks.
That's you. No, the man that write the check should not have anything to do with who can get in, who can't get in, because he writing the checks. You understand what I'm saying?
He's the one hiring whoever's.
No,
hiring.
he's not.
You're missing my point. It doesn't matter.
David, do you get his point?
I think what he's saying, in Ray's mind, it's about the team owner. What you're saying is when you look at the NFLPA, which is the NFL's Players Association, there's all of the teams, but the NFLPA covers everybody who's there. So it's a thing where, Kat, you're coming at it like this is what should happen. Ray is coming at it like the man that he is and saying, that's not what's going to happen. You got to be in my company 5 years and you got to be able to show me that you actually, yeah. No,
I'm one of the boys, and he's management.
He's
you understand
the man.
What I'm saying?
Ray is the man,
but he ain't the man. He just looked like the man that ain't the man. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't fuck you up. Listen,
Oh my
it ain't
God.
got nothing to do with none of that.
Oh
I'm not trying to
my
be the
God.
manager. I'm saying
Okay,
that in everything there has to be order. And
let's
just
agree. You're
because
right.
I say I'm
I
a pro
do.
wrestler and I
I
took a
do.
bump and my back hurts now, I can't live off the system the rest of my life
Now
nursing a
it's the
bad
system.
back.
Now it's not welfare, Ray. Good God.
See,
I'm
he
saying
don't.
I can't live off whatever
Listen,
system we're trying to
that
put in place if I didn't put the time
now.
in to get to the point that I deserve that type of treatment.
How you gonna determine who deserve it, who not, who don't deserve it?
Time of service, time that you've put in to my company. If I'm paying your bills, I
You
want to make
not,
sure that
bro,
you've made
bro,
profit for me too.
bro,
If you
bro,
work 1 year and you didn't
bro,
draw a dime and you got
bro.
hurt on the way to the ring, if you
Guess
work for
what?
me, I'm gonna pay for it. But at some point, it's got to end. It's
No,
not gonna be a lifetime.
the injuries don't ever go away. That's what I'm saying. Listen, I
I'm
got
all
my,
for a union.
I
I
got.
think they
Listen,
should get. I
hold
think
up,
they should unionize, and I think health insurance should be provided, especially for talent.
Ray. I got in the ring one time. Everything was good. First 20 time. Let's say the 100th time I got in the ring. Guess what? I told my ACL in the ring on TV. Guess what they told me when I left? Okay, I went to all the doctors. One doctor said it wasn't. The other guy said it was torn. So I told my ACL. So with me tearing my ACL, right now they said I'm gonna have to get it repaired. So I went and told them. They said it's gonna take about a year and a half before you get back in the ring. I called the office, and the office told me that, listen, you've been out 2 months already, so we're gonna cut your pay by 20%. And I said, what? Then they said, yeah, if you out 2 more months, they're gonna cut it by 50%. I said, why they cut my pay? Well, because you're not gonna be able to work for them. I said, yeah, but I got hurt for you guys on TV. That's I tell you what, I won't have the surgery. I just come back and get all my money. And then you just get half of me. And they said, no. You one of the top guys. We want you back at 100%. Not only are we going to disregard that clause in your contract, we going to send you to the best doctor ever, Dr. James Andrew. So I went to James Andrew and he did my knee and I got back in 6 months. I wasn't wrestling, but they never cut my pay. They could have. And one of the things I said to them, how can you cut my pay when I got hurt working for you guys on your TV? I can say I was good or
You hit them
bad.
with the logic.
I did good or bad. They said, no, well, you're right. So what, but they had that a clause in all the contracts.
Of course they do.
So when I went back, I went to Dr. Andrews. And then when I get through it, did Big Dave, I know you got to go, but when I get through it, when I went back to Dr. Andrews, and he checked my knee out. And then Nathan, when I got out of wrestling, bang, guess what? I didn't have the same insurance. My insurance would not cover Dr. Andrew, the best in the world. It wouldn't cover it, but it covered some other doctors.
Yeah,
but to me,
in network versus out of network. If you out of network, you own.
So you think
we
it's
can
cool?
Talk about HMOs.
Hold on, wait a minute. So you think it's cool to be out of network then? Now let me tell you. Hold on, let me finish my story.
I'm on your side. I think you should be able to pick your own doctor.
Let me finish my story. No, I don't think you can pick because Andrew was one of the top doctors. He Dr. James Andrew. He done all the surgery while the NFL player.
To pick your own doctor.
So you don't want me to finish. You don't want me to finish my story.
No, I'm saying you're saying that I don't think you should be able to pick your doctor. I think you.
No,
should,
I said nothing about
insurance ought to pay for
it. Ray, you pick your own fights. You will say something, then you'll fight with yourself. He'll say something that puts you one way, and then when you answer that, he want to fight with you about it. I'm not going for those lefts and rights. Now I'm gonna tell you this. So when I left there and I didn't have that same insurance, this doctor didn't cover my insurance. I had two things. I said, well, I could pay for it myself out of pocket with James Andrew, which was a hell of a lot of money, or either I can go find another doctor, which is to me like taking your car in to have your brakes fixed. And the first guy take all your brakes off, and he fixed the first one. Then he said, hey, I got to go. I'm going to have somebody else to come in and finish the job. Guess what happened? He don't go back and fix the one he was working on. He started on the next three, and you end up having a wreck accident because the guy was not the guy that started the surgery. He wasn't the original guy. So I was not going to go to another doctor to look at my knee who didn't do my surgery and tell me what it was going to take to be somewhat normal the rest of my life. So I said, that's out right there. So I talked to my friends. They worked it out with WCW and WCW Insurance at that time. Said, no, you got lifetime. Anytime, because guess what? The ACL, as you get older, the knee wear down anyway. Mm-hmm. So as you get older, you do what? Your knee wear down. What are you going to do now? You're not going to die? Yeah. So what do? That ACL does not just grow over and grow back and you have to. No, this is something when you get hurt in the ring, it lasts forever and it gets worse as you get older. So that's all I'm saying, Big Ray. Watch your mouth. You run what you run. You run. You that old plantation. You from the deep south.
Shut up, man.
You from the deep south. You don't want to help nobody. You don't want to help the poor wrestler.
You got me over here looking like Colonel Sanders. I ain't doing shit.
You got your own self looking like Colonel Sanders.
You stealing chicken too? Jesus.
Look at that. He bringing up chicken, watermelon.
Crazy.
This boy. Hey, listen, he'd already got in trouble one time for talking this kind of stuff when we first started. The very first show, he almost got us canceled. So
man,
anyway,
we started talking about, and they still doing it. They still fighting over there.
All right. So Big Ray, listen. Dave, it's been fun, man. It's been an hour and 25 minutes.
It's been a great show.
This has been the best show. I have enjoyed myself immensely.
Hopefully they get what you guys think, but what I've lived. And like I said, this thing right here with the union, and not the union, I'm not going to say union, but this thing right here, after the life of a wrestler, you're going to need help. You're going to need something. Your body, if you don't, God bless you. But if you do, it should be something there now with this big company making all these billions of dollars. And they not really caring about the kids anymore. Worry about taking money out of our pockets. Because they charging, man, listen, the average wrestler got to pay $1,000 just to bring their family to a show. You can't even invite your family to the show now. I heard these guys complain about it.
Tickets.
I heard these guys complain about it. These guys, I heard them say, "Man, it's gonna be $1,000 for me to bring my family out per person."
Yeah, how about ESPN Plus, baby? ESPN. Check them out.
But anyway, Big Ray, you want to get us out of here? You or David?
We can, baby. We can. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week. Hopefully at our regular scheduled time of Monday, but if not, it'll be Tuesday. And if it ain't Tuesday, it's Wednesday. But this is the Cat's Corner podcast.
By the way, we're gonna have the next two guests gonna be fun. You're not gonna want to miss this one. Next week is a good one. That's the
cliffhanger. That's the cliffhanger
next week
for
is
you.
A good one.
Here it is. All right.
Join us next time. Thanks, Dave, for joining us once again on the
Cat's
Corner podcast.
Hold up. Hey, Cody. Thanks for coming on, Cody, and thanks for doing what you do in the back, man.
Thank you, Cody.
Thanks, Cody.
I like that TV over there too. There's a
I'll turn it on for y'all next time.
63 channel 17.
I want Bo Jackson and Tecmo Bowl on that thing next time. That's what we.
I got the match box set.
All right.
All right. So listen. So that's what we got. That's good then, brother. Thank you, man.
Vern and Shirley.
Good night, everyone.
All right. Peace.
Thanks for joining.